Hey everybody, welcome back to another tutorial. Um, in this episode, looking at Scratch, we're going to play around with building dialogue using scripts. Now, to create dialogue in our animation, we are going to be using scripts, so let's jump right into it. So, to interact with our characters, we need to create a simple dialogue. It doesn't have to be anything complex. The idea is just to show the basics of it. So, I'm going to start by clicking on the Pikachu, and I'm going to click on script. Now, if I don't click on the Pikachu, let's say I clicked on the car, and then I started putting these little codes and scripts and stuff, weird things are going to happen, or nothing's going to happen at all, because the car is not even on my artboard or my stage. I'm not doing anything with it. So I'm going to drag these away into the middle section here, and I'll just disappear. What you got to do is you got to click on the object or the sprite that you want to apply a script or an action to. So we're going to start with Pikachu. And the first event I'm going to do is when I click the green start button, I want Pikachu to say something, right? So I'm going to go to looks, and I'm going to say, he's going to say Pika Pika for 2 seconds. Once that's done, it'll go away. So I could be wrong. Let's try it out. I'm gonna click on there. It says Pika Pika. Waits for 2 seconds. Then it goes away. Now, what about the shark? Well, I can give the shark something to say as well, but you can't just go to these different categories. And by the way, I'm jumping ahead with a lot of these concepts, but these categories give you different script programming functions, right? An event is something that happens to trigger something, usually. That's the case. So when you click or do something, an action will occur. So for example, if I go to looks, meaning it'll say something or an appearance will change, that kind of thing. For example, I clicked on the shark because I want the shark to say, I'm hungry. All right, and these are just examples. You can have them say other things. So I have that code there, but I didn't put an event. So when I click on this green box, Pika Pika, he says, the shark never says anything, and it can get frustrating. So what I'm going to do is I need an event to trigger the action. So I'm going to drag this over and snap it to the top. And then I'm going to hit the green mark, and then you're going to say, it says Pika Pika, I'm hungry. Now, in a dialogue, you usually don't have both people talking at the same time. What you do is you have someone say something, and then the other person waits, and then they say something when they're done. So how do I control that? Well, to do that, we're going to broadcast a message. So in other words, we're going to broadcast a message so that the shark knows when to say something, and then when Pikachu knows when he should say something. That's the idea, and it's under the events option. So first off, I want Pikachu to say something. So let's see here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of this top one because I'm not gonna need that. I'm gonna click on my Pikachu. I'm gonna go down and click on broadcast message 1, and I'm gonna click a new message. I'm gonna say, actually, I'm going to just leave it as message 1. Okay, message 1, meaning that's the first message that's going to happen. So Pikachu is going to say, when I click, this is what the code is saying, when I click the green flag, Pikachu is going to say Pika Pika for 2 seconds. And it's going to broadcast a special code called message 1. Now, this message 1 will trigger the action from the shark. So I'm going to click on the shark, and I'm going to take the event control stating, when I receive or when I notice a message 1 appear, then I will say, I am hungry for 2 seconds. Okay, so let's try that. I'm going to click on the green arrow, the green box. It says Pika Pika, and then it says, I'm hungry. Right? So let's try that again. Make sure we understand this. Let's go back to Pikachu. Pikachu, I'm going to click on the green flag. Pikachu's going to say Pika Pika for 2 seconds, and I can change this value if I click on it. I can be 1 second, 5 seconds, 10. Then I will use the broadcast event option or function to trigger an action, meaning something is going to happen, right? It's basically saying this is broadcast is connecting it to the shark because when the shark listens for the message to be completed, it's saying, I'm going to say I'm hungry. All right? Now let's continue the dialogue. So let's go back to, let's say that after the shark's done talking, it's going to broadcast another message. This time it's going to be message 2, right? So after the shark is done, he's going to send a little signal to Pikachu, and that's called message 2. And he's going to tell him, okay, now you can say something. That's kind of the simple way to say it. And then Pikachu, I'm going to add a look. I'm going to say hello. And he's going to say, let's battle, right? And then I'm going to just continue on. I'm going to go to my controls. I'm going to, events, and I'm going to grab another broadcast. We'll see what happens here. I think we're going to, let me take a step back here. And this is a fun thing about programming is you test things out and see if things work. So step 1, actually I need to get rid of this. I need to give Pikachu a received. When I receive message 2, which is from the shark, Pikachu's going to say, let's battle. There we go. All right. I hope that made sense. I'm going to press this. It says Pika Pika. I'm hungry, says the shark. And then Pikachu's going to say, let's battle. Right. And I had to use that when I receive option. What if I didn't? What if I got rid of this and I put it right underneath here? Let's see what happens. Pika Pika. I'm hungry, let's battle. You see, if I don't put the when I receive message, Pikachu will talk at the same time as the shark, which we don't want in this example. So, when I receive, message 2, and I'm going to do one more dialogue, right? I'm going to say, Pikachu is going to broadcast a message 3, basically saying, okay, shark, what are you going to say next? So, new message, message 3, click OK, and then I'm going to go to the shark, click on the shark, and I'm going to say, when I receive broadcast message 3 from Pikachu, the shark is going to say, I'm going to win. In addition to that, I can even have him move. Now this is a little more out there, but let's just try this out. I want to do a forever loop. Forever. Well, repeat until. Okay, I don't want to do that yet. That's too much. Message 3, I'm going to win. And then, again, I'm just going to broadcast another message. Events, broadcast. Call this message 4. Okay, and this just keeps going on. Message 4. I go back to my Pikachu, and then I say when I receive message 4 from the shark, Pikachu's going to do a Thunderbolt. Right? Okay, so let's watch our animation. Pika Pika. Ooh, hold on. This is great. So, I didn't change this. When I receive, I need to get rid of this. When I receive the message 4 from the shark, he's going to say Thunderbolt. There you go. Pika Pika. I'm going to win. Thunderbolt. There you go. So that's a short dialogue, and with that said, you can then start applying animations to trigger these actions. For example, let's see if this works or not. This could totally not work, but let's try it out. I'm going to go to my shark, or actually I'm going to trigger another event. Broadcast. I'm going to call this Attack 1. Right? And when my shark, go to the shark, when I receive Attack 1 from Pikachu, I want a motion to happen, and that is, I want to do a repeat. Let's see, repeat 10, motion turn 15 degrees. Let's see what that does, okay? Pika Pika, I'm going to win. Thunderbolt attacks a shark, and he's dead. So then, what I want is for him to say, I've lost. Pika Pika, I'm going to win. Thunderbolt. Hold on. What you notice right now is that the shark started oriented a certain way, right? Okay. He's gonna flip over again, watch. Okay. So, alright. This means we have to set an event at the very beginning saying when clicked, right? When clicked, I need my shark to be facing this direction. I don't know if I'm going to get this right. Let's see. When clicked, this is the shark. I want him to be at 163 negative 30 is the location. So control, looks, motion. He's going to be basically where he's at right now. Huh. There you go. Go to X, point in the direction there. Let's start it up again. There we go. Let's see how this looks now. So what just happened right now is that the shark, when we start the story, right, we know that the shark is going to get hit by a thunderbolt and he's going to rotate a certain amount of degrees. But we need to set his orientation from the very get-go because when we replay the game, we want him to flip over. And so I added this command called when I click on the green arrow, his position is going to be at that location and he's going to be pointing 90 degrees. So that way, this script will always play. So Pika Pika, I'm going to win. Thunderbolt takes a hit, says I've lost. And there you go. That is a simple animation. You can even add a thunderbolt. You can add Pikachu sending a lightning bolt to the shark. You can add some HP bars. You can do so many other cool things with this animation setup. So hopefully that gave you some ideas. I think we covered a lot more than I was supposed to, but that's how the dialogue system works between these.